We're live.
Hello. Welcome on in, everybody, to another Monday Live with the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Matt.
Today we are bringing you our top 5 bourbons of 2019. To clarify what we're doing this time, we are going to be doing the top 5 whiskeys we have tried and made a review video about and or featured it on a video this 2019, or this last 2019.
It's only 2019.
Fair enough.
Yes. Okay, so let's use in the chat and we'll get to a few things. All right, so we got Mark JG, Steve A, Trev Wilson, Robot Scott. I got a new one, DMAC01. Good to see you, Matthew McNabb. A little slow after the Super Bowl. Yeah, I'd imagine people probably recover from that. Travis Wallard, our patron saint of Iowa whiskey. Donald Rance, our good Irish friend there. He's in Canada but loves the Irish. Check out our stream with him a couple weeks ago over Irish. It was awesome. We got Jason the Master and Drum. Obviously, if you guys haven't checked out his channel, do so. Let's see here. Karen B. Ford, Lance Cat, Ron's Wood Turning Shop. Good to see you. I know I've seen you over in It's Bourbon Nights chat before, so good to see you in here. Let's see. Bourbon Buddies. Check those guys out if you haven't. They put out great stuff on bourbon. Richie Z, how's it going? William Henderson, how you doing? Let's see here. Justin Smith. I think it's a new name I haven't seen before. Welcome. Let's see. OG Brick 420. Taylor. There's obviously Chris, Bourbon Insane. Thank you very much for the intro. Really appreciate it. Our buddy Brian from Pit Face Barbecue. An awesome event out there with them. Marco Lopez. And then my chat has to be rebooted because it does that. Guy Davis. ADHD Fishing. Wheels. D. Willett. Let's see. All right. I think that's all the names. Hopefully I got everybody. If I missed you, let me know. So
Zeb Taylor, I'm seeing. Flo Evans. Ice House.
Okay. Then my thing is slow as usual. Okay. Yeah. My Bourbon Journey. Scott's in there. So actually, speaking of my Bourbon Journey, tomorrow
Eric, Eric, what's up, buddy?
On my Bourbon Journey show, talking about Texas whiskey with Robert Licorice from Iron Root. So that should be a great night tomorrow. Check us out. And there's our buddy Eric Evanson. Speaking of Eric Evanson, so I got home today. There was a gift.
Yay, whiskey gift.
We got some Teachers Highland Cream, which is actually it's still whiskey. It's a highly peated malt blended Scotch, and also a Johnny Walker's wine cask blend finish. So we're doing reviews on these here shortly. So I'm very excited about both of those. Thank you very much, Eric. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Eric.
As always, sends us great things. Let's see here what else we got. And then I got another gift this week that came in from the, what the heck's the name of it? Oh, crap, I forgot. It's the Roaming Man Rye. And so they sent that in a bunch of their Sugarland Distillery. Yeah.
Sugarland, yeah.
Yeah, Sugarland Distillery sent us a bunch of their moonshine as well. So I do enjoy a good moonshine. And before we had our show, we still obviously do events, but we had an event actually with Old Smoky. I've actually been to that distillery and know those guys really well. So at some point we'll actually have a moonshine night. So that'll be fun. Probably both of them on different nights. So it should be good times. So we got a bunch of that this week. What else new? We got invited, I guess, to join the media samples from Foregate. So that's really exciting news. So it's been a good week. A lot of cool new stuff has happened. All right, so I think hopefully got everybody. Oh, YW joined. I think I got everybody. Guess we'll see. All right, so yes, tomorrow night should be fun to talk about Texas.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, I guess you just want to jump in. I don't know if I want to do it in any particular order. If you just want to.
I was not going to do them in order because I'm going to be ending with things that are highly
that's a valid point. True.
Even though they may not be my number one.
Agree.
So I'm going to do things kind of out of order just to kind of keep my palate regulated.
Yeah, this was a really hard decision to make out of all the things that we've drank and reviewed, and without going back and watching a bunch of videos. And
I did go back and watch a couple of videos.
I ain't got time for that. If I'm going to watch current videos and live my life, so it's just kind of, it was tough.
Yeah. Oh, we missed Spencer Mav. We're sorry. We found him. It's all good. He said, "Don't mind me."
No,
I missed Spencer. I'm sorry.
Well, welcome.
Anyway.
So Before you get really going, why don't you give Brian a little shout out here?
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Oh yeah, you need to tell him what you did.
Yeah, have you tasted yours yet, Matt?
No, I haven't. I'll do it right now. On a clean palate,
Yeah,
probably a good idea.
So, I am Bacon Man, right? I make up bacon every week, so much so that even my cat wants to get a piece of it. I have recently purchased some rub from Brian.
More
rub from Brian. And this time around, while baking the bacon, I decided why not try sprinkling some rub on, just to kind of see how things go. Oh my goodness, was it ever fun. So this is the On Point rub that you can find from
Pit Face Barbecue.
pitfacebarbecue.com.
Brian, put your stuff in the chat there.
Yeah, please, sir.
Everybody needs to go get some of this rub. It is good on everything.
Well,
I don't know. Let's see if you can kind of see. Yeah, you can. How the just kind of crystallized on there as it was baking. All the spices just kind of hung on to the bacon, and I didn't think bacon needed anything, and it doesn't necessarily need anything. But oh my gosh, is this a fun change?
So, just throwing that out there because we love Pit Face Barbecue over here. He does some amazing things.
We don't just have our friend because
I have to do really amazing things with my meat because of the fact that Brian sells.
Richie, yes, it is dry rub. There's 3 different kinds.
This is the On Point.
Yes.
That I recommend for the bacon.
So I see he made some smiley faces up there, but Brian, really throw your website down there. Let them know where to go to check you out. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now we can dive into number 5. Well, number whatever.
Pick one.
Okay. Dramhound, thanks for joining. Also, who else? I just saw somebody else.
Thanks, Steve.
Oh, a quick, since Will is a wine somm, can you answer this question for Flo Evans? It is she wants to know if she recently bought a bottle of wine that had a very thick coating on the bottom of the cork. Could that be a sign of wine somewhat gone bad?
Gone bad? No, not necessarily. So as wine gets older, some of the color actually falls out and forms essentially pigment in the wine, little flakes of color in the wine. Those are perfectly wonderful to drink. It's not going to hurt you any. I recommend decanting any sort of bottles that you find like that. If you don't have a decanter, part of the wonderfulness of why the wine bottle is shaped, this isn't a wine bottle, but it's shaped kind of the same way. This neck right here of the bottle, if you pour super, super slowly as you go across that neck, you'll trap sediment in the bottom part of the bottle as opposed to it coming over the top where the liquid will flow. So anytime you have a wine bottle that you open up that does have a lot of that sediment stuck to the cork, you can probably guarantee that you're going to have some sediment in the wine as well. So you might either want to decant that wine and just let it sit for a little while in a decanter, or if you don't have one, simply pour very, very slowly in order to kind of minimize the amount of grit you're going to get in your mouth.
Yeah, I like this. Brandon's got a good idea too. He needs a top 5 meat rub video.
Ooh.
Trying to put that together and have a whiskey night of top 5 meat rubs.
On that note, just in case you got missed in the chat, Crusaders, just the word Crusaders, gets you 10% off this week. Thanks to Brian from Pit Face Barbecue. I'll need that.
All right. So let's get into the whiskey now.
I'm pouring my first of the evening. We'll call this my number 5. Really, I cannot possibly call it my number 5. This was a huge, huge win and a huge find this year for me. I am a malt lover. I am a big fan of malt for the most part. But this wheat whiskey that is made here in Texas by the wonderful people of Lone Elm it has a special place in my heart. So this has definitely made my list of top things that I've tried this year for the channel.
Yeah, I brought 2 or 3 extras just because, so this is not in any particular order per se. There's something that I've had prior that we did review this year that I'm going to bring out because they're amazing, but I'm not going to actually put them in the top 5, but we'll probably drink them at some point. So just, I think, start with, now unfortunately, I don't have the bottle anymore. The bottle's at Adam's house. This is the 4-gate that we reviewed.
Oh,
This stuff was freaking amazing, and a sherry and rum cast finish.
that 4-gate bourbon was epic.
But yeah, if you guys haven't had 4-gate at all, they make amazing stuff. It's one of my favorite new whiskeys definitely this year. This went toe-to-toe with Stag and Kentucky Owl, so it's that good. It's cast strength, so it's fantastic stuff. It's in the 120s, so yeah. If you haven't had especially this was the batch 1, the Kelvin collaboration, it's freaking awesome.
So I'm not gonna start in any particular order either as far as that goes, because I'm gonna start with lowest proof because mine are gonna work up pretty quick, and I don't want to just shoot my palate right off the bat. My first that I'm going with is the Spice Tree Extravaganza. We reviewed this early on, and it's been one that has stuck with me the whole time. I've gone back to it several times. Anytime I have a chance to get to it, the couple times that we've been in the vault, I gravitate towards it. Even though I've had it so many times, I just can't get my hands on a bottle of it. So this is going to be, this is definitely one in there for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that Woodford Wheat is definitely a contender, but not the top, but very good. Probably one of the best $30 bottles definitely try this year was that Woodford Wheat. And I know Chris Hassler is White Walker wasn't here. No, because White Walker's horrible, but not as bad as Johnny Walker Red, so it's fine. Although the one I got from Andy from the 80s is actually good, but that's a long time ago. Mm-hmm. Nothing for 25 with 101 Distiller's Cut. It's a good thing for $25.
The richness and complexity on this wheat whiskey is something serious.
It is definitely. That was a big shocker for wheat whiskeys for me, big time.
Really?
Yeah. Sarah and I both contemplated putting this one on the list.
That is definitely one of my top contenders, but yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly one of the best wheat whiskeys there is, bar none. That stuff is freaking amazing, and the guys out at Lone Elm are awesome. If you ever get a chance to go to the distillery, go out there. Their single barrels are great. Like I said, we've got a barrel that's coming of all that stuff. It's about to be figured out. We just had to get a bunch of other stuff completed, so that's done. But we'll figure that out soon. It's really, really good stuff. But yeah, especially the first barrel we picked, that little baby half bottle. Ridiculousness.
Yeah, and that one actually is one that my dad's not a huge malt flavor. He's very much in just the straight regular
corn
bourbon. This he actually thoroughly enjoyed to the point where he was like, I really want to get a bottle of that, and that was our first pick. And I was like, well, they're all gone, but Matt was very generous and had a spare and let him buy it from him. And I think it's a step to converting him into more, opening his journey up more.
Other things besides corn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good.
It is good. That is one of my top overalls, but
definitely,
if we can only pick top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely a contender for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Sarah, what's next on your list? Or you want me to just talk about another consolation one while you drink?
I'm still drinking. I was talking too much.
Well, fine. I can do that. Yeah. Now, so in the B-Tax, I do want to address that. I didn't put any B-Tax in here because the ones we reviewed were from 2017. They're phenomenal. And they definitely belong in a top 5 list. Probably more on another list we're going to come up with for you guys soon. But they weren't 19, so I've had them before. So I've got some stuff that I've had before. I am going to put out tonight, but not stuff I'm going to actually list as new. I wanted to only limit myself to new ones I tried this year for me. So, but yeah, definitely William Rue Weller, George P. Stagg, Thomas Handy, and Eagle Rare 17 all belong on the list. And obviously Saz 18 too, but I didn't review that one. Haven't gotten to that one. Eagle Rare 17 hasn't come out yet either, but soon. The
William Rue Weller was definitely on my list, but we don't have any of that to drink, so.
Yeah, sorry. we have this much, which I want to save to compare to the next bottle we open.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Yeah,
I'm
it'll
seeing
be
now
awesome.
we got 66 in the chat. Welcome everybody that's joined.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is by far our high. I think I saw 68 there a minute ago. So by far our best ever. So that's fantastic.
All right.
I guess I'll mention a couple others that were not just while you guys are going through that, or ones I've had before. But like I said, I've always said this. We haven't got to, but we have talked on a live stream multiple times. Is the Black Prince? This is definitely an honorable mention. This is my favorite rye of all time. So I just want to mention it, but not and something I tried new this year. It's from a couple years ago. But yeah, just want to mention it because it's phenomenal.
My number 2, or rather, whatever you want to call it, one of my top 5 is the new Iron Root 5-year anniversary edition. This is not something that you're going to be able to find if you don't already have a bottle of it. But it did come out this year. We did talk about it on a live stream multiple times now. And it is absolutely one of my favorite finds of 2019 by leaps and bounds beyond other things that I found.
Yeah, that one's on my side list as well, but I let him have it.
Again, I it was wonderful.
Exactly. We let
Maybe
one
it's
have it.
before me.
I did.
So
I completed my list first, and she didn't want to have overlap. So
I agree, and I can't say you're right. Definitely right. And we have to say a big thank you to Robert and Jonathan and Marcia and the Iron Root in general, to all their awesome employees.
Seriously.
They've been amazing to us. And actually, I said on my bourbon journey tomorrow, Robert's going to be on again with us. So yeah, he is the man. I consider him the king of Texas whiskey as far as friendliness to everyone and just an awesome guy making tremendous whiskey. If you guys get a chance to go out to Iron Root, you can't go wrong. I freaking love their whiskey. It's one of the whiskeys after Balcones that really turned me on to Texas whiskey. So, and they help train at Balcones, so you can't go anything wrong. And so, it's great stuff.
I'm the same way. It's Iron Root, Balcones, and Andalusia are just all really, really stellar in my eyes.
Yeah. So, if you're going to stay with Iron Root, so one of my top 5s was the Iron Root Icarus. Port in the port barrels, and it's peated. And oh my gosh, is it awesome. Comes in at 105 proof, 39 months. This thing is absolutely incredible. So I know it comes out, I think, around May again this year. So I think if you guys get a chance to pick some up. Hey, Jason Voorhees, how's it going? Yeah, this is Iron Root, definitely one of the best distillers. As far as this was the craft distillery of the year for USA Today as well. And for good reason. This stuff is freaking phenomenal. So even if you only can get Harbinger, wherever it would state you're in a Total Wine, pick it up. You're not going to be disappointed. You're going to freaking love it. Yeah, this is some of the best stuff there is on the planet.
Brian makes a good point there, too. Awesome paired with barbecue.
Yes, it is.
So, speaking of that, this one, our Burnt Ends whiskey as well was the Icarus, which is just glorious with the sugars from it.
So, surprisingly enough, the, queen of bourbon and high proof. This year was a very big, last year, 2019 was a very big eye opener for me for unpeated scotches. And my second one is actually another Compass box, and it's Delilah. Same with the Extravaganza. It was one of those two were one of the first two of the first scotches that kind of like stuck with me and made me think, okay, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can branch outside of the bourbon some. So I'm sticking with my Compass box here for my second one as well.
Compass box 1 and 2.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, so Donald Finch makes a good point about the Glenfiddich Project XX being the quintessential textbook space side of the market. It is, and it's really good. I do enjoy that one. At some point, we'll review it. Also, give it a shout out here to Whiskey Quest, which is Antonio. Does really great stuff. Check out his channel for sure. Good fun times there of his show. Always a good time. Yeah, but you're right. Compass Box is they're just freaking awesome. I've yet to find a Compass Box I don't love.
No.
Some are definitely better than others.
Well,
orangey.
There were a couple of peated expressions that didn't fit her palate for sure.
Yeah, the rest of them, I mean, and there's not a whole lot of the peated Compass boxes when you look at the wide range of Compass boxes.
No, there were like 6 to 8 of the 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
That was a fun night.
That was a great night.
But
70. All right.
those are the only ones I didn't dig out of the compass box, but these two stuck out the most to me.
And even over the course of an entire year.
Even over the course of an entire year.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the Spice Tree was one of our first couple of videos that we did. We did the regular versus the extravaganza, and it just stuck out for me.
Mm-hmm.
So Scott's got a question for us. So Scott Turner says, do you think that the Iron Icarus is the best one of them all? That's a really hard question. I love all.
They're all so.
They're different. It's vastly
they all
different.
have their own special things about them.
They really do. They all have that same iron root fingerprint, or most of them have that same iron root fingerprint running through them. So far, my favorite, even though it doesn't have a lick of peat to it, absolutely is this 5-year anniversary.
Definitely.
It's just unfortunate that
this
we're not
is
going to be able
just
to get it again.
it is a fruit bomb of a corn whiskey that I cannot get enough of. It is delicious. The Igor is so good. The Hubris is so good.
Yeah.
I don't
great.
know that I can
great.
say that there's one that's the best of all of them.
Yeah, it depends
There's
on the
definitely
mood,
one
really.
best for your palate, but
yeah, I think it really depends on the mood, because sometimes I really want this one, sometimes I want the Harbinger. Sometimes
Right.
It just depends on what you're going for that day.
What kind of corn you want that
They're
night?
all freaking amazing. But yeah, this is a corn whiskey too, so definitely by far the best corn whiskey I've ever had. I mean,
Right.
hands down.
yeah.
Yeah,
They have
Hubris
some
or
bourbons,
the
they have some
Icarus, amazing.
corn, but the corns, I love their corn whiskeys. They're just incredible.
I blame Robert for all of my sick infatuation with grain varietals now. It's all
Me too.
Robert's fault completely. And when I go to distilleries now, I'm like, what kind of corn are you using? And what kind of, like, why do you want to know that? I'm like, because I really want to know, because I really enjoy learning about all these different grains. They're like,
Because it makes a difference, sir.
exactly. And they're like, we've never had anyone ask this question before. I'm like, well, I want to know. Go find out.
He said, so basically I should try them all. Yes.
Yes. So that's perfect answer.
Yes. Get your hands on all of them if you can.
Yeah,
All
I mean,
right, Emily Chambers. She did a
that's one distillery
right.
tour that you're not going to be sad you went on. That's
Not just good whiskey, but good people.
such good
Yeah,
people.
especially if you get up to the distillery and go hang
Mama
out
right on down.
on a day when they're not really busy. Oh my gosh! Or if you let us know, we can always hook you up with those guys. Usually, they're pretty willing to take you around on a private tour.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They will best you. And the key is ask for the weird stuff. That's when you get to try all sorts of unique experiments they got going on there. It's fantastic stuff. So yeah, I can't say enough great things about Iron Reef, but I just freaking love that Icarus. So.
Mhm.
Which compass boxes are peated? Let's see. No Name 2. This is not a
Deluxe 3-year.
Yeah, that one is.
Where's Ben Shaw?
The Lost Blend is Flaming. Both the Flaming Hearts are.
There's
the
one.
Glasgow
What's the
blend.
cheap one?
King Street.
King Street. It's the King Street that's peated.
Yeah.
Glasgow blend is not.
Peat Monster. Yeah, good
Peat
one.
Monster. Although that's really poorly named. That should be the Earth Monster.
It's peaty, but not as peaty as I'd hoped. But
I mean, if you're gonna have a name like Peat Monster, you got to come out swinging with Octomore numbers. You can't be coming at me with freaking Earth.
Yeah, No Name is
Oh,
way
peat.
peatier. But I will
No
say
Name
for
was
Compass
way
Box,
peatier. I
for
thought
me-
Flaming Heart was even peatier than.
Oh, agree, totally. This
Then,
year, I'd say though that this is not a luxury whiskey, and the Circus are my two favorite by far. Of the, they were delicious.
Which one?
Yellow Distiller's Corn. That's true. That is a generic term. You're right, Travis. They should tell me that.
Circus?
All right.
Mm.
I don't know, Mount. We never did get our sample of a circus.
Yes, you did.
No, we
It
have
was
Circus.
Circle.
No, the circle.
Circle.
Never got to sample a circle.
See, that could
All
be.
right. Thanks, Ron, for coming. Ron's Wood Starting Shop. Really appreciate you coming in. Back to work.
Work.
That's right. It's no fun, but someone's gonna. Oh, here's another person I missed here. So Whiskey Row Mo finally got to try the Iron Harbinger and thought it was great. Yes, it is.
9.
Yeah, anything you can try, I love everything they make.
That's the proof. 116.9.
What's the percent?
Okay, so Richie Z wants to know: is the Compass Box
58?
double single worth
Okay, that
buying
would be
from
next.
a store? That's a couple of bottles. Richie Z, I would say yes.
Price.
That's
That'll be next.
pretty close to what I think I paid. So yeah, I would say it's totally worth it. I love the double single. It's really, really good. And it hasn't been made in a few years now. I think I'll say
No. I'm doing this one first.
maybe 4 now at this point. But yeah, I would definitely say that. We could probably do a blind taste test with all the Iron Root at some point. That'd be a fun night. We could do that.
That would be a really fun night.
We could totally do that. Maybe one night can have Robert come over and do that one in person. That would be fun. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Phenomenology does have peat in it. That's true.
Mm.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So they were close for maybe to 10 peated.
Yeah.
But still out of like 25 that we had.
So light. That one's very, very light, but very good.
Yeah.
I do love the phenomenology. No doubt about that. Okay. So I guess. Oh, yeah. So you did your Sarah. You want to go do your.
Huh?
Top.
Okay. So moving right along and up my proof journey here. Horse Soldier Cask Strength Bourbon. This, not only is it a awesome distillery, the people, what they're doing there is just, they're doing great things there. Their bourbon, all 3 that we tried were great. The cask strength, of course, stuck out for me, coming in at 57%. Nothing but good things about the Horse Soldier. If you see it, grab some. What do you got?
I poured the old Pulteney. Yeah, old Pulteney's Hut Art.
Hut Art.
I was going to hold up Sarah's bottle real quick.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
This
that's a beautiful
is Horse
bottle.
Soldier. Definitely one of the best weeded bourbons to come out this past year. Forster, plus an awesome story. Go back and watch our live stream. That's probably my favorite live stream we did all year last year.
That was a Memorial Day live stream.
Or no, Veterans Day.
I'm sorry,
Veterans
Day.
Day.
Yep, Veterans Day live.
Yeah, that was
Soldier
a
bourbon.
truly
Title of it.
humbling and amazing stream for sure. So actually, we hope to have an event with them at some point this year. So that should be really amazing. Hopefully, we'll let you guys know when that happens. Actually, I'm going to pour a little of this because this stuff is delicious.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. This was one that I had on my list as a. I don't know if I'm going to put it on my list or not. And Sarah ended up winning out on this one. So
there you go.
That's a favorite bourbon of mine. It definitely stuck out as well.
So good.
Quit yelling at people. Sarah's trying to type in all caps over here.
It's different than my work computer, okay? Work on that one more.
All right, let me grab Will's now.
So the Hut Art is finished in peated casks. Or is it 100% matured in peated casks?
Finished.
I remember it being finished, yeah.
Yeah, this one's finished. But yeah, this is the Hut Art. This is a new one that came out this year. We actually helped launch for North America the new lineup for Old Pulteney. Steph Ridgway, who is the global brand education manager for all of them, came to the house she flew in from New York, and she brought Gordon with her from Scotland. So we had a thing on with her, and we were over on the Scotch Test Dummies channel that night. That was a fun night. But yeah, so this is actually a bottle from the UK because you couldn't get it in the States yet when we had it. So yeah, this stuff is freaking awesome. But yeah, it's not bad. I think it's supposed to be like $50, $55 is what Steph said. So I think if you guys can find it, it's awesome.
Oh.
All right. So next for me would have to be, let's see here. The Kentucky Owl. Because this stuff is freaking awesome.
Which one?
This is batch 8's the one we reviewed. Batch 8's gone. This is batch 9, but it's freaking delicious. If you haven't had a chance to try the Kentucky Owl, the bourbon, not the confiscated, the regular bourbon.
The confiscated is pretty yummy too.
I think it's good, but this blows it away though.
It does. You're not wrong, but it's also what, double the price, triple the price?
Yeah.
Double.
The confiscated is very much good, and it absolutely lives up to its price point. At double the price, the Kentucky Owl is ridiculously good. I don't know if it lives up to its price point.
So, did you give her the present yet?
Yeah, I showed her everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
She can tell us whether she likes it or not then.
Yeah, not tonight.
No, I mean tonight.
Got too much going on here.
Dramhound, we did batch 8. This particular bottle's a batch 9 because 8 is empty in the other room.
Best batch by far. Nice. That's good to know.
Now I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Brian's drinking some batch 9 right now.
It's so nice and oily and mouth
9.
coating. It's wonderful. Yeah, so Dixon did a hell of a job. That's for sure. Hope to have him on at some point this year. Yeah, he's a really cool guy. Got to meet him to try the batch 3 of the rye.
Maybe. You have a whole piece. That's fine. That was yours.
We're fighting over the bacon now.
Maybe.
Those are the original ones, weren't they?
Yeah. No, this one was. This one was mine.
Oh,
she's trying to take my little.
Arthur.
Okay, so the best parts of bacon to me are these little end pieces that are nice and crispy and burnt to a crisp.
Like those.
That's to me. That's what mixes with whiskey the best. To me, that's the experience.
Like you make them all like that.
Not the fatty bacon, or not the meaty bacon that's in the middle, but the fatty pieces at the end. That is the glory of bacon and whiskey combination. So yes, we were fighting about some end pieces. Please don't mind us.
They're like an old marriage couple.
Yeah, Jason, you're that is a great pickup. I totally agree with that. That is definitely an intense almond finish for sure. It's really nice. Oh yes, burnt ends are great. Hey Dustin, how's it going? Delicious. Hey Jeffrey Whack, how's it going?
This bar still tastes so good.
Oh, this hot dog's delicious though.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that one, that Pete.
That's fair.
It's still really light.
Yeah,
but it's still just there.
That one was drinkable for her though.
So. I do love that. That hot art was really good. That was my favorite.
I tolerated it.
See, and I liked the hot art mat even more than the higher age statements. I thought.
Agreed. I think it was better.
Yeah,
I agree. Now
more of a richness to
which we haven't reviewed yet. The older stuff, which we'll get to at some point this year. Oh, some magic in those 17 and 21s. Hey, Keith Daniel, good to see you. Oh, it's good stuff. I do love the magical stuff. There are a few bourbons that are in that class. It's definitely in the BTAC class, for sure. I do love it. The only new old Pulteney I've seen in Texas is the 12.
The 12.
I haven't seen anything else show up.
Yeah,
nobody
said that they were releasing.
There's one that I know I'm aware of. Hey,
yeah, they said they were releasing, but I haven't seen any of the new boxes.
Just the 12. That's the only new one I've seen.
Yep.
And then Freed's first time here from China. Good to see you again. Appreciate you coming in. I would imagine it's kind of scary where you're at actually right now. Hopefully none of that crazy virus is going around where you're at. Hopefully you're far away from all that garbage.
Did you list yours, Matt? Am I good to go with the next one?
That's 3.
Yep, I'm about to move on to 4.
Yeah, I'll probably do some honorable mentions between the next 2, just because
honorable mentions.
I couldn't decide.
Well, we definitely had an honorable mention or 2 as well. So Sarah's is right here.
Back onto the whole. Oh my gosh, she drinks scotch. The Cardew. This was when we tried on Speyside Night. Was that it?
Can't remember, but I think so.
It was a live stream.
You know what? It was the night we did with Sam and Bobby. We sent them the scotch samples.
Yes. And I really liked this one. And I came back to the sample and I finished off the sample and finally saw it in the store the other night and picked up the bottle because it just kind of stuck with me. And I was like, oh, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. It's got a real nice fruit to it. It's got this effervescent finish, almost like you're drinking champagne.
It's also a base whiskey for Johnny Walker.
Which is not at all
why we bought it.
No, I understand. I'm not saying it is just random whiskey knowledge. Hey, Benedict Hunter, good to see you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is an effervescence to this, a little almost bubbly finish. It feels like there were bubbles on your tongue.
Yeah.
There weren't, but
It's
it
not
feels
there,
like
but
there
it just, yeah, I like it. Nice and fruity and very bright and kind of shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But
There's a
also quite
question here
malty.
for Will from Emily Chambers wants to know, if you cut bacon smaller, could it get more magic bacon bits?
So I've actually tried that.
Depends on the fat.
It depends on the fat content, number one, but more importantly, I leave my bacon in full strips when I'm baking it, and I don't cut them up because I have found that they dry out a lot more if you cut them up into strips than they do if you leave them in whole pieces for some reason. So I'm not a big fan of them drying up. I want them to be crispy, but I don't want them to be dry. So there's a way to do that if you bake them on some cookie sheets or on some pans. I bake on parchment paper, and I do not dump out the grease until the end. I actually let my bacon cook up in that grease the entire time. It keeps them nice and moist, and it doesn't allow them to dry out.
Moist.
See, Will is to bacon and Brian is to barbecue. It is amazing. I love them both.
I
Put them together?
I spend a lot of time every week making
We
bacon.
soaked it in the stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Well, now we don't have to soak it in the stuff. We can just sprinkle it on it. You should try it with the
We
spicy
soaked it in the burnt end
Oh, I'm
juice
still gonna
last
try
week.
with the spicy next time.
What was that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
We soaked it in the burnt ends juice last week. The bacon. Oh my gosh, it was glorious.
Yes.
Yep.
That was really good. And we had a couple pieces of bacon left over that night, and we had a couple things of burnt ends left over.
Mm-hmm.
We just threw those pieces of bacon into there and stuck it in the fridge, and so it soaked all night. They were so good. I ate them. They were so good.
Absolutely.
This card is good.
All right, so I'm going to do an honorable mention. All right, so one of my honorable mentions this year was the Balcones Froke, which I had prior to this year. Holy crap, is this stuff good? So if you guys haven't been to Balcones down in Waco, you should definitely do that. Balcones, I probably got, I don't know, like 20-something different, at least different Balcones. But everything I've ever had from Balcones, I love. They're great. Awesome people down there making tremendous whiskey. But this French oak came in at 61.9%. It's a single malt finish in French oak, and it is absolutely mind-blowing good. So I'm going to put it in the Texas Whiskey Trail glass because if you haven't joined the Texas Whiskey Trail, it's also the cool thing to do. Go get points, go to all the distilleries, all that good fun times. I know our friend Jose has done it twice. I guess the man that completed the most distillery tours. It's like, he's a madman traveling I think it's like 1,500 miles you got to drive between all the different distilleries. He did it twice.
I wish I had that kind of time.
It's called being young and no kids.
For real.
And unmarried. That's about the only way that happens. So,
I'm going to move on to my number 4, which, man, I can't even call it my number 4. I was introduced to Ardbeg and O this year, and I think I might have been introduced to Ardbeg this year. It's quite possible. I know I've.
Really?
I don't think so. No.
I don't remember trying it the 10 last year,
I think you did.
but it's possible I did.
I swear I bought it for you.
I know I had the Anno this year for the first time. And yeah, the mix of the peat and the sweet from the sherry cask finish is absolutely my jam. It's my cup of tea, and big fan.
Mm-hmm. Richie Z, no, unfortunately, Froke is not a standard release. I wish it was. They did have some distribution this year, thank God, which was nice. But this one happens to be from the distillery, but I know that I've seen it in stores this year. So you can't get much bigger options to get it this year. But yeah, it'd be great if you couldn't otherwise. I wish they would, but as far as I know, it's just too small of a batch to make it a standard release, unfortunately. Plus, Balcones does 10,000 different experiments all the time. So, weeded, peated, high rye, all the sorts of good stuff. Okay, well, that's certainly a good choice.
Well, it's me.
Yeah, I figured that.
There's
And we did try it this year.
Yeah.
It wasn't this year. It wasn't this. This is the 19, not the 17. But
you would talk about it on a live stream.
We did talk about this one on a live stream before Christmas, so it's technically in 2019 as well.
Yeah, because I got it for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I need to really say a whole lot about this.
Other than yum.
Yeah.
We were ridiculously lucky to wander ourselves into a local goody-goody, ask a simple question of a person wandering around, which was, do you have anything in the back that I might want to buy? And the guy said, most of the good stuff is gone, but I'm pretty sure I saw a bottle of George T. Stagg back there. And I said, well, sir, I think you should go get that for me because I'm going to buy it. And I did.
Here it is.
Oh.
I'm going to put that back over there. Or do you want, can you stick it back up there so it doesn't break?
Yes.
We'll just get that one right out of line of any potential bacon cats.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And
How much was Scott? You want to know how much George T. Stagg was? Is that what you're asking?
They charged me $150 for it. I was happy with that. MSRP most years is between 99 and 129. I don't know what MSRP was this year.
I think
but
this year it bumped it up to 120, 125, something like that this year.
I thought so too. I remember seeing
one,
like 124, 125, something like that on the.
I think the 150 was with tax.
Yeah, that's with tax.
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit, and that was even better than.
Yeah, I ran my card for that one.
Yeah, I didn't actually.
Yeah, exactly. Sold. That's the only answer is yes, please.
Yeah, right. I mean, that was my answer. He said 150, and I was like, yeah, done. That's fine. If you're only going to mark it up $25, that's fine. I don't care.
Yep.
No, Goody Goody and Clive was good to us for sure.
Yeah.
Good people run that. It's a good store.
Travis, are you drinking yours now? Said you were going to drink some when I drink some.
Have you had any of the Port Charlotte line? Donald, yes, I have had the Port Charlotte line. Yes, I absolutely love the Port Charlotte line, and I would have included them, except we didn't discuss any of them in 2019.
It did filter nuts, Dustin. Just to let you know, just to answer your question. And no, you should not pay $800 for 2 seconds. That is not worth $800. That's crazy.
No.
Cheers, Travis.
I think it is worthy of the title over $100 bourbon, right? Like, to me, that title does not get given out often because most bourbons, regardless of how delicious they are, I don't feel like they're worth over $100.
Yeah, most aren't.
This is worth over $100, but I definitely would not put it in the $200 to $300 price point.
Well, he bought 2 for $250.
Oh, see, 2 for $250. That's beautiful. That's not.
Yeah, that's a deal.
I'll take that.
Good on you, Travis.
Delicious. That is for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a fan of the Stag products.
Definitely.
The Big Daddy and the Junior.
Oh, I'm a big fan of the Ardbeg. Oh, I love Meaty Pete.
All right. So Benjamin Eames, we are, I guess, going to Will's 4th best or top 5. They're no particular order, but
we just announced. Yeah, we announced them. Mine was Ardbeg. Sarah's was George T. We're waiting on your number 4.
It's your turn.
Oh, fine, whatever. Well, I'm not going to drink it quite yet because of what it is. But number 4 for me was Ardbeg Supernova.
Yeah.
This thing.
Which you can't do. You have to pick something else. We did that.
Yeah, I can't drink this yet because it'll ruin everything else.
No, you have to pick something else. We did that one in 2020, not 2019. We filmed the video in 2019. It came out in 2020. Sorry.
Oh, but I drank it, I think, last year on a live stream.
All right, fair.
That's the only thing.
I'll take your justification. I didn't pick the Supernova for that reason. That's why I'm drinking it. NO.
That works.
That's fine.
Your breath smells
like yummy.
No, that's all reasons I had it on the live streams because I know because there was one night. It might have been the late night. Those 4 hours
when we were on
when Eric joined me.
The Thanksgiving pregame or the Christmas pregame.
It was that one, I believe. What I remember. That was a good night, though, for sure. All right.
I will take my Ardbeg and O. It may not be as medicinal and rich and big, but man, this is still a tasty, tasty dram, and I am happy to drink it. And I'm super happy that I found it. So,
what I am gonna drink though this is definitely my favorite, best Canadian for the year for sure. That we were.
I mentioned that to William tonight.
Laird Fintry single malt cask strength. This was a donation from our friend Jeremy Burns. This stuff is freaking awesome. Now, unfortunately, it is
good.
Stupid allocated in Canada.
Yeah,
you have to win a lottery to get it, but thankfully Jeremy's a lucky guy and has a daughter that lives in Canada. So thank God we got this because it's freaking awesome.
What? I know.
Brian, I don't know if you're still in here, but I just went back to the piece of bacon that I put the On Point meat rub on.
It was glorious.
You know, it's those situations, right, where you're eating bacon and bacon doesn't need anything. You don't need to do anything to bacon. Bacon's perfect. Or so I thought. This is so freaking good.
I just wish the Canadians would make more good whiskey like this, or at least send them here. They make great whiskey.
So much
come here. Bacon Kitty, you stay away from the whiskey.
Yeah, Bacon Kitty's not getting this.
Bacon Kitty wants the bacon. William's over here flailing it about, and he was just laying on our laps.
I have had the chance once to try the Lot 40 cask strength. Thankfully, Jason, the Mash and Drunk, sent me a sample of it. It's freaking awesome.
Lot 40 is one of my favorite readily available Canadians around here. I like theirs. I like theirs a lot.
But man, that cask strength is just mind-blowing good. Oh, I forgot how good this freaking Laird of Fintry was. Oh, it's so good. I do love this.
It's time to put Sarah in a bad mood. Sorry, honey. I do love you. I am going to open up some Black Adder.
Oh. Okay, let me show. We got to show them the bottle of that. Because
I think we do. I will discuss where we tasted this. So we had this on a barbecue and whiskey night. I can't remember which one of the three it was, but one of those three barbecue and whiskey nights, we did Black Adder.
Yes, it was when we shot the episodes here.
The episodes.
So what thing is, this is the peat reek, and if I can show you guys, there's little floating bits in here. Isn't that cool?
That's barrel char.
Barrel char. Beautiful.
They do not filter this in any way. In fact, they go out of their way to try to make sure that there is barrel char in every single bottle of this stuff. It's an interesting way to do your whiskey, but I freaking love it.
I don't.
No, she does not. And she really hates me for pouring it right now, I'm sure.
I still got my stag.
I will drink some of that with you in a little bit after I do.
That's bacon backwash.
So good. Yeah. When I first tried that a couple years ago, stuff is.
I'll take it. Bacon backwash. That's
whiskey you can chew.
We should soak a whiskey. We should soak the bacon with the stuff on it in the peat reek. I think it'll be delicious. Not for Sarah. Yeah. So Black Adders, who makes these, this is an independent bottler. Comes in at 116.2%. It's an Isla cask. We're pretty sure it's Lafroig.
Either Lafroig or Kalila. This could be a Kalila heavily peated.
It could be.
But yeah, Lafroig. It smells more medicinal. It smells more Lafroig.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But yeah, it is. But yeah, if you guys get a chance, any Black Adders I've ever had are all fantastic.
Yeah.
And
they make a couple things. They make the red snake.
This year. Sarah will probably knit something because I don't think she's getting hell we're getting to drink that stuff.
No, I might color this
time. Smell it?
Color.
My adult coloring book with cuss words.
There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so my next runner-up.
Matt?
Not because it's really a runner-up. What?
Matt, hang on before you say that. Highlight Kilojolt's comment real quick. And you know what, man?
Hold on.
It's going to bake off the alcohol.
It is just going to bake off the alcohol, but I'm going to try that next week. I
better get 2 packages of bacon.
Yeah. You know what? I like that idea. I'm going to try that with both bourbon and with the scotch. And we're going to soak some bacon for about 20, 30 minutes or so, probably not very long. That's how long I let the barbecue rub, by the way. What rest on the bacon was about 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
About 40 minutes, yeah.
Well, you just went from 20 to 40.
Well, okay, but not a long length of time. I didn't let it soak for forever. Oh, this smells so good. But yes, I'll do a Scotch, a peated Scotch, and a bourbon, and hell, maybe even a rye. And we will try soaking some bacon and seeing how that affects the taste once it's baked.
Oh, Flo, we're very good at making you want bacon. There's no doubt about it. Pretty sure more bacon is consumed during a Whiskey Crusaders stream than anywhere else.
Once a week. Stop.
Yeah, I make up 3 pounds of bacon every week.
Gotta base that bacon. Yes, he does make up 3 pounds of bacon every week, and we do every Monday he makes it up, and some of it goes over to Matt's house. The reason why the girls are so quiet recently is because we give them bacon.
Yeah, when they get loud, I'm like, take the bacon. They're like, okay, we'll leave.
It's Broadway bacon.
And then we also, have to make sure we have plenty to share with the cats. And then there's always a little bit left over that I use throughout the week for myself. But 3 pounds of bacon a week.
Oh, this is so good.
Looks like I'm going to have to get an extra 3 next week.
That sounds about right.
Well, Jason, we're sorry to hear that. Yes, that would be a good reason not to consume meat if that is a problem, for sure.
Yeah.
But hopefully you've beaten it then. I certainly hope so.
You changed Trev's life.
See, Trev knows he's had it. Anybody that met us down at the Bastards Ball got to try this bacon in real life.
Pocket bacon.
Or if you come to one of our events, we'll always make bacon. It is amazing.
We always have bacon at the house when we do the tastings at Matt's. Yeah. It's just a Whiskey Crusader staple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I love this.
Fueled by whiskey and bacon.
Pretty
That's
accurate.
our first T-shirt. We're getting it made now.
Yeah, I will get to it at some point. Oh, dear God, my life will slow
We're already
down.
on it.
This rate, yeah. Well,
I had Tupperware bacon. It was
I'll do
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was walking around with giant Tupperware. That is true.
That was at La Quinta.
Yeah.
But at the actual ball,
I had pocket bacon.
it was
Oh, true.
Ziploc bags of
so
bacon.
speaking of the Bastards Ball, who's coming this year? Just to wonder. Who knows if already has La Quinta booked and is ready to party again? To have some more amazing. I know we are. And I see who else is already ready to go.
Did you really?
It's
Wow. We're actually going to stay at La Quinta this year. This is the first time we're going to stay there.
Wow. All right.
Most of the time, we cheap out and stay down the street for $50 to $60 less. But our experience last year was horrid. So we're going to not stay there
experience
again.
first year was great. Last
Yeah,
year
it
was
was.
just shit.
Oh, God. Last year was bad.
It's because there was like twice as much whiskey. I brought a trunk, but so did a bunch of other people. You just
No, I'm
add
talking
up.
No, we're
about
talking about the experience of our
hotel that we stayed at.
Oh, your hotel.
Which was just
awful.
right next to La Quinta.
Yeah,
But
we
Not
used
great, huh?
we were staying in an extended stay, like
Uh,
next door, but it
I'll
was
pay a
not
little bit
fun.
more.
So we
Yeah,
got
crappy.
some Gills is coming. Let's see here. We got
Trev's going to be there.
Trev, Travis. Matt
Jason's going to be there.
All right.
Travis has got 2 rooms booked already. Nice.
Eric, yes, they did. What are the dates again?
What's the date?
September.
It is September 12th is the actual ball. We'll be coming, of course, in the 11th and probably leaving the 13th. But yeah, that'll be a blast for sure.
Trev, if you're going to stay at the La Quinta, you better get on it now.
Yeah, definitely books up fast, man.
Because now that people
Yeah.
know.
I would suggest if you guys did stay at other places to stay at La Quinta. Even I know it's probably safer. Number one, even though if you're Ubering, it's easier to crawl up or have someone wheel you up to the room or whatever. Put you in a bell cart and take you down there. Or like I did, get on the first floor, which was a really great thing with my whiskey cart.
Yeah, right.
Really, really well.
We didn't have to break the elevator year 2.
Yeah, because
Well-
year 1 it broke.
Flo, you just let me know. Galen's got my number.
Oh yeah,
hit me
by
up.
the way, that's Galen's wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Making sure you know that.
That's
No.
what I just said. Galen's got my number. I said, let me know.
Okay.
Galen's got my number.
Yes. All right. So is Arthur.
Mm.
Yeah, we'd
We
like
got a
to get
donation
1,000
from Galen coming up this week.
That'd be
Oh.
awesome.
Brian, you're leaving before I hit the bookers? Dude.
Oh. Brian, you can't leave yet.
Hurry
We're
up.
almost
and finish your
done.
drink. You can be first to announce what you're drinking next.
You can be first after me.
You gotta stay for what Sarah says.
Well, yeah, because
You introduced her to Booker's.
Brian introduced me to Booker's because he was so gracious to let us have a bunch of Bookers for
Booker's and barbecue.
Bookers and barbecue.
That was a glorious night.
And
and then also just the fact that Booker's is a bourbon that he constantly pours as he's making barbecue. So when we did our barbecue episode, he was very adamant about making sure that we had Booker's with his barbecue because that was a big staple of his in his house. So his love for Booker's is actually what, prompted us to even go down that line.
Right. I mean, I'd heard about it and all of that stuff, but, never got my hands on multiple expressions to go between expressions and just go down
what it could be.
That Booker's rabbit hole. And I haven't even gone down the full rabbit hole. There's still some out there that we haven't tried. But the expression that I like the most, I don't have. It was Big Man.
But she drank it all.
But I drank it all.
Spectacular.
That
Big Man small batches. The full name of it.
Booker's I ever tasted.
Oh yes, and I know there's a lot that I haven't tasted, but
As far as the bourbons go, besides the
yes. Yeah. So with what I had over there, left over in the samples, just because I can, I grabbed the 30th anniversary. This I think would have to probably be the second one on my list as far as the Bookers go. So cheers to Brian for introducing and sharing his Bookers with us this year, a couple times, actually.
Yeah.
You're a gentleman and a scholar, good sir.
And your barbecue.
That's right. Absolutely. Cheers to Brian. Fantastic stuff.
Thank you.
I do want to answer one quick question here for Jason Voorhees. Is all peat smoky medicinal? No, it's not.
It might be to some people.
That's true, but
it comes off that way to me.
There's different
even the peated bourbons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yes, to some people, it comes off as a medicinal note.
Band-Aid.
And in fact, there are some people that find malt, even non-peated malt, to taste of Band-Aid and to get that Band-Aid note even on non-peated malt. So
yeah,
my dad's that way.
Right.
My dad gets the medicinal note on non-peated malts.
But if it doesn't come across that way to you, you can get earthy, woody, and just simply smoke itself on it because you have different types of peat. So you've got Orkney peat, which is heather. Or you've got Highland peat, which is going to be like forest. But then Isla peat is going to be your moss that's broken down over time because there's no trees.
Right.
So it's different. And even on Isla itself, the different regions of Isla have all different types of peat.
Orkney
where it's from.
Orkney to me has the sweetest levels of peat to it.
Agreed.
The heather bush that decomposes offers a floral, offers a, gosh, you almost want to say grape. Like it's almost a fruitiness along with the dried vegetation. Behind that, I would say probably Connemara and the Irish peat. And then things like Lasague, Kalila.
Yeah, Talisker,
Jura for sure.
But especially when you combine peat with different wine cask finishings, that makes a vast difference too.
Also, age in peated whiskeys. What I have found is that in most peated whiskeys, even in heavily peated ones like Ardbeg and Lafroig, the peat subsides as age gets going. So I've had some Ardbeg 20-something and some Lafroig 40-year-old that tasted barely peated. Like it was just kind of a lingering hint of peat kind of fluttering in the background. So age plays a big role in peated whiskeys as well. Something that's an 18-year or a 25-year is probably going to taste a little less peated than a 10-year or a 6-year.
Yeah, younger peat is going to come more hit you in the face than older peat for sure.
I completely agree with that.
So, but also, like you said, if you get a really heavy sherry cask, you're going to get a really sweet peat out of the deal, and that'll help too if you don't like peat. Like I got friends that they blame me. They now love Highland Park. They were bourbon guys before they met me, and now they can't get enough Highland Park. They're freaking in love with it. So
Highland is the first peated whiskey that Sarah could actually drink and tolerate and not just be like, no, this is stupid. Why would you drink this? You can find the sweetness. You can find the enjoyment of
still
it.
No. There's not really much for enjoyment.
You can find out why I enjoy it. You can.
No.
Okay.
I can tolerate why you enjoy it. It's still not my favorite. But I sat there and I drank it and I went through the tasting and it wasn't like horrible. But it still is not my favorite. It's not my go-to. I wouldn't reach for that if it were on the shelf.
No.
It's, I don't know. To me, though, somebody who's not a fan of peat in any form.
I actually think, Jason, that the Bemore Darkest is a little sweeter than the Highland Park 12, to be honest with you. So that actually is a really good comparison for sure. If you lean towards a younger peat whiskey or an older one, well, if I like a younger peat, it's going to be Optimore. It's also going to give you the teeth, but I think it's freaking awesome. If you're going to go for an older peat,
Ardbeg 20 damn time.
Any of those, Marlique, your Highland Park 25, Lefroy 25, any of those are all fantastic. But I'll tell you what, the Highland Park 40 last year, that was amazing.
I forgot about that one.
That stuff was rocking the world.
Yeah, it was really yummy.
Unfortunately, that was what we had that dinner like the day we shot our first episode or whatever, like the week before we shot it, something like that.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny, but that was an amazing night. But that's a different story for a different day. All right, so I'm gonna go to tell you. So hopefully that helps you with the peat, and then we can always come back on or something to talk about peat for sure again. So another honorable mentions. I've had this before, but I have talked about it in multiple live this year. The Middleton Dare Gaelish.
Yeah,
I wrote it on multiple different streams for different channels. As like I said, this is probably my third favorite whiskey of all time. So I am going to pour a little bit because it's glorious, and then I think we're going to get a review on this real soon because it needs to be reviewed before it dies, and it's freaking awesome. But I did read the story that the next one is be coming out soon, so I'm excited about that. Oh, yes. So what I've heard,
you're getting a Donald over there.
Irish is all the fruit bombs they have.
Donald's having an Irish-gasm. The
tropical fruits and everything in any of your really good Irish. It's just mind-blowing good. Yeah. Sorry, because when Jason was here, I gave it to him in a blind when we did our blind night. What was that?
She said Teeling.
Oh.
She just remembered the Teeling 24.
That was in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have a sample of that for you to drink tonight.
Honorable mention up there with the Weller, William LaRue, that we don't have a sample of.
Yeah, so that's good. So that's my honorable mention for Irish for sure. But so you got what's your number one or last one you wanted that you have?
Well, I'm drinking mine.
Yeah, we already talked about it. Mine was the Blackadder.
Okay.
Peat Week. Sarah's is the Booker's 30th anniversary.
Well, here's my number one new whiskey to try this year. The Teeling 24 year. Yeah.
What the fuck?
What? That wasn't sitting out.
You're right. It wasn't. I haven't opened it.
I'm gonna hurt you.
He's not gonna open it now.
No, I know.
Oh, it's glorious.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Did
you buy that from William?
So freaking good.
He's not going to answer that question. His wife might be watching.
So anyway, this we have to go toe to toe with this and see which one's better. I don't know.
I'll go toe to toe with that with a lot of things. Let's just do it.
Honestly, that can go toe to toe with damn near everything.
Hey, Chris Beaton. Yeah. So for me, this is since like I said, the other stuff that was an honorable mention because I've had them before this year. And new stuff I had this year. So Julian actually is going to be here next week for Teeling is next Monday.
Yes.
So
are you going to open that next Monday then?
I'm going to open this bitch right now.
No!
I'll be over in a minute.
We'll drive it over. But
I
yeah,
don't think he's kidding.
okay.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, so this is non-chill filtered. The only thing is it does come in at 92%, but yeah.
It
It
tastes
is
so much richer than 92%. Though.
tropical
That's the question. Has Donald had this? I don't know if he has or not.
It is papaya and mango and just
chestnut cask. Oh, I
I
don't
like to try that.
That sounds good.
Send it our way, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Or Jason.
Sounds great. Yeah, so hopefully Julian will hopefully have some of the new stuff that's just about to hit the United States. So God willing, he's supposed to be here with that next week for Teeling Night, which will be amazing.
Damn. Well, I'm super excited for Teeling Night now. I didn't know that you had that.
So this is my number one whiskey for the year.
That's my number one too.
That was I hadn't had before this year was Teeling 24-year single malt.
I didn't know that was an option.
I didn't know that was an option. I would have chosen that had I known that was an option to choose from for tonight. Darn it.
Well, I got to thinking, I was like, what is amazing that I've had hidden away?
I am pouring more Blackadder in frustration.
Plus, I haven't had my peat yet tonight. All right, so let's see here. Hopefully this sounds really... Yep, that was a good pop. All right.
So fucking jealous right now.
You get some next week.
That's a whole 7 days from now, though.
Wow. What are you doing tomorrow? Oh, you're going on bourbon.
Job. My fucking job. And it's, this is
entry level of Teeling line.
This has a cork that you can kill a dog with. Is definitely
Yeah.
All right, so
the entry level of the Teeling line, I would say, is probably their small batch. They have a small batch, they have a single grain, and they have a single malt. The single grain is surprisingly yummy. It's it tastes like a bourbon aged in used barrels, kind of like almost that Michter's American kind of flavoring to it. It's really interesting and really yummy.
Eric, the neck pour is even good on that bottle.
Right.
I'll take the neck pour.
Everything is good on that bottle.
So when this thing opens up a little bit, we'll compare it to this, because this Middleton, I freaking love this Middleton.
The Barry Crockett, you think is better?
No, this is the Der Gaelish.
Oh, the Der Gaelish.
What we really need to do is review the Dream Cask this week or next time we meet. So let's do that. Let's review this, the Middleton, and the Green Cask, all as separate reviews, and then we'll combine the three and see what's the best as its own review as the line of each of those distilleries.
Nice.
I like this plan.
I do too.
This is a really good plan,
dude. Yep.
That might back and forth, and those will probably get better numbers than our
on your stream ones. Ooh, go watch that. That sounds good.
What?
Jason's going to talk about this new chestnut cask tealing on his live stream on Wednesday.
Nice. Good.
And blend them together. I'm not opposed to this plan at the end.
Seriously.
Where are you sometimes, Benjamin?
Benjamin, we've done it before.
He left a comment at the end of our
the meat episode.
The comparisons video.
Send me the sample, we'll let you know.
Asking why didn't you pour them all together? And I'm like, why are you not here with us filming?
We're definitely going to do that. It'll be a glorious Irish whiskey reviews. Ooh, we could wait and release them in March too, but you know.
Oh, I love Blackadder.
So what do you want to do? So, Dre Man wants to know is, I've been buying bottles for 15 years. So much is still open. I probably don't know how to read the dates in these bottles. Can you do a short video on that day? Yes, I will get my experts that do that to come do the video with us. That I have friends that are truly gifted at reading laser codes and stuff. We'll get those guys on for sure.
Come on down, Ben. Come on down. We'd love to have you.
See, Ben?
Make sure you find some place in the HEB area.
We might be able to help you out with that, Ben. You know, we're always getting people here in Texas anyway. But yeah, this is pretty great.
Shut up.
You get some. It's fine. I want to pour
I hate you right now.
For real.
But I can't.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us for
Oh,
another
big
Monday
monster.
Live. Well, Matt still needs to taste his whiskey, doesn't he?
I'm gonna just kill off the
Booker's.
boogers.
It's done.
Mhm.
Booker's done.
So what I think we'll do,
Tiny bottle down.
we might kill this stream in a few minutes and come back with another stream.
Yeah.
Just so that this is a shorter video for people to watch.
I love it.
And that way it's just simply what it is. And then we'll go back to just bullshitting around and talking about whiskey and the usual fun.
Heard that.
So I'm going to put this, you know what? I don't want to have an accident. Put that over there and put that away later. But it comes with this cool book and everything we'll have to read. It'll be fun. I'm sure Julian will be very excited, but we're not telling him this.
Hopefully he does not watch.
I doubt it.
Doubt it.
He's busy with his regular whiskey life.
You hoping he's just gonna bring some 24?
I like him to bring some 29,
Ooh, that'd be even better.
because that's the new one. That's for sure. Yeah, because I still got to drink this peat and all that good stuff, and I figure I'll save that for the next little bit.
Are we coming back? No.
I don't know if you guys are gonna come. I'm gonna come back, and I know if any other YouTubers are in here want to come back, and we're just gonna hang out. Like Jason, if you want to come on, I know Benjamin joined my whiskey den. If you want to come on, you're more than welcome. We'll just do a hangout and just drink. If that works for you guys. So we'll do the regular thing. So for this week coming up, we're going to release actually a couple videos. Tomorrow, we're going to release the 11 Bones, which is a bourbon, which was a gift from Galen Evans, which will be great. And then on Thursday, I think, what did we decide to release? The
Hibiki?
Hibiki 17.
Ooh.
So, good stuff.
That's
Everybody,
a good
we are
start to
going
2020.
to be good and fun. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to sign off from here, since we just want to keep this video short for purposes of rewatch on a best of 2019 video for sure. So everybody enjoyed it. I had a great time talking about the best whiskeys we tried in 2019 for sure. So
If you want to join us again, Matt's going to be starting up another stream here.
I will start another stream here in a minute. So I'm going to say cheers.
I'm going to bed.
You go to bed. Okay. Just want to say cheers to everyone and thank you guys very much. And we'll see everybody next week for Teeling Week.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.